Hope you are enjoying your days and having a good health. As many times I said, health is wealth itself. So enjoy good health and try to study better, practice your difficult subjects more, and keep yourself updated with the coming up exams, and hope you'll do much better before the, or you can say before year or the previous year. So before starting this new short story for you from your syllabus, My Elder Brother, written by Premchand. It's a short story, but it has a message. Okay, let me give you an introduction of the author first, then we'll go for the story. So, introduction of the author, Munshi Premchand. You may have read his stories in Hindi because he is a Hindi writer, and he wrote very much short stories, a lot of essays, and everywhere in the syllabus, some or the other class, you find his essays or the short stories, because he has, you can say, a depth of thinking, and normally he deals with the regular problems and regular daily basis what we suffer the problems. And as I said, like many things we go in unnoticed, we just leave it, we just take it very lightly, but sometimes some things are there, some problems are there in the family itself which we ignore it out, but he normally points out those problems and those things which like nobody normally take notice for. So he has written this lesson in a very nice way. This story is very good, and it doesn't have much content, but it has a deep message to be understood. And seriously, I wondered that how those people in those times, like he has taken birth in 1880 and 1936 he died, but before 1936 only he has written this short story. But how they have such a vision, how they understood the coming up ages, and still we feel like we are related to that story. We feel like, okay, this is happening right now also. Just imagine it out, how many years back he has written this. But such a visionary persons were there. I wish we had more writers like these type of the legendary writers these were. So I wish we have more writers, those who can give such messages, because these messages, these you can say the moral stories can affect our life in long term. Here is that he is known as the emperor of Hindi novelist, because still nobody can touch his level of intelligence, or you can say his level, his high standards. So he was known as the emperor of Hindi novelist. His original name was Dhanpat Rai, king of wealth. Even though his name was king of wealth, he faced many financial problems in his life. Like he suffered a lot. Sometimes I believe that if you face financial problems or any other problems, you understand life better. Your experiences make you humble. You understand the situations of the other, and you understand the circumstances, how to handle the situations. You get more mature if you face some of the problems. So here he faced lot of financial problems, even though the name was Dhanpat Rai. So it's an Arani for him. Next is he got his primary education in Madarsa. Madarsa, not only it is meant for Muslims. Those times every religion people joined those madrasas, and he learned Urdu and Persian over there. Persian, it is a native language of Iran, which is known as Farsi in Urdu. So Urdu and Persian, these two languages he learned over there, and as I said, he is known as the emperor of Hindi novelists. So just imagine it out, how many languages he has mastered. and he is known for using best Urdu words into the Hindi novels. His mother died at a young age of 8 years. He was just 8 years when his mother died. So obviously he was very much attached to the mother. Every time, till our whole life, we are always attached to our mother. But at the tender age of 8 years, it was too shocking to lose the mother. He lost the mother and he could not reveal out his feelings to the others, like how much he was feeling sad and depressed. He started taking relief or shelter into the books. He started reading books. It was difficult, but for such a young age, but he started reading books, and the experience of reading books teaches him a lot of things in the coming up life. And later on he tried to become a bookseller by selling the books, but he could not get settled into that, and he decided to become a teacher because, as I said, everybody could not be a poet. Poets are born, not made. In the same way, teachers are born. Some teachers touches your heart because they understand you, because they make the subject so easy and flexible to you that it goes directly into your mind. First goes to heart, then goes to mind. So here is that he decided himself that he thought that I would have the quality to become a teacher. So he became the teacher later on, and he wrote how many dozens novels, 250 short stories, several essays, and many of the translations he has done. So he, in particular, he was a writer, but as a writer, he wanted to convey his thoughts to the other people, and he thought children are the best, you can say, the transmitter for his thoughts and all. So he has started teaching as well. So this is about our author, the most celebrated novelist from the Hindi language, and obviously, as I said, that this being translated by someone else into English to make it accessible to more of the audience. Now this story revolves around the brothers, or you can say the siblings. It is about the story. How many of you are the elder ones in your family? You have to listen it carefully, and how many of the younger ones also, you too have to understand what is the message of this particular story. It is about, like, if you are an elder one, I hope you have a habit of continuously nagging your siblings, younger ones. Nagging means continuously teaching them either this or that, and continuously telling them to study. Why you are wasting your time? Study, go and study, sit there and study, don't play, don't make noise. Because if you become elder, you would have a habit of just passing your orders to the younger ones. And among you, few are the younger ones, you know how the elders are, how they continuously orders you, and how you feel that it is your duty to not to listen to them. This is normal criteria we find at homes, that elder ones give the orders, younger ones disobey, because they had a feeling that why they are giving the orders, they are just 2 years, 3 years, 4 years elder to me, then why they are giving. Sometimes elder ones behave like the parents, but younger ones don't accept them as the parents. They respect them, but they don't like to be nagged or taught every time. It happens or not at home? Yes, it happens. If you have a younger brother, 2-3 years younger, he would never listen to you. If you have an elder brother, you would have to listen to him, okay, because they command you in such a way. But sometimes it is happening that sisters also would not listen to the brothers, because whenever there is a need, they'll call the father. And obviously when the father enters into the scene, the brother has to vanish, right? So these are the, like, in our daily life, these are simple things, normally I think daily occurrences, that sometimes they give you some advices, some teachings and all, and you feel like not to listen. Once in a while you are in a good mood, you can go ahead with listening, otherwise you will be the one who reject the advices. So here is that. Now, so do you feel like we have to spend more time on study or play? Play means it is not taking your phones in your hands and continuously scrolling down. No. Play means going out for the sports or physical activity. So do you think that we have to give more time to study or to play? Now, right now, if when I am saying this, you may relate to your life. That's why I said that though he has written in that era, but it is relatable now itself. So here, for study and play, how to decide the, or how to divide the times, that you have to decide by yourself. And in this lesson it is being given, which approach is better? Either we have to continuously study or we have to continuously play. Both are wrong. We have to manage or balance between both. Now it is this lesson, this short story is actually has an original name as Bade Bhai Sahab. As I said, he always writes in Hindi, so it is a Hindi story. So the original name was Bade Bhai Sahab. It is the story of two brothers. They have an age gap of 5 years. 5 years elder brother, and the narrator in your story is the younger one. Younger brother is the narrator. But though they have gap of 5 years, only 3 classes difference is there, 3 classes ahead. Elder brother is only 3 classes ahead of the younger one. 9 years is the age of the younger sibling, who is the narrator of the story as well, and 14 years is the age of the elder brother. An elder brother was very sober, serious and studious, and he always feels that his commands, his orders to be taken by the younger one as law. Means he has to follow, he has to accept whatever the order given by the elder one. And the younger one, obviously, either by hook or crook, try to not to follow the whatever the commands or the orders of the elder one. So overall here, now before starting the story, we'll have to keep it in mind that how the elder brother keep nagging the younger one for study, more study, and the younger one wants to play more. So here we have to decide that we have to think, he has opened a, that writer has opened a wide discussion, like how to handle and which approach is better, like whether to study more or to play more. So we'll go ahead for the explanation in the coming up class related to your short story, My Elder Brother, written by Munshi Premchand. By the time, take care, have a nice day.